Welcome back to the wonderful world of fabulous cruise and stay getaways that is CruiseAway, with you every day to give your holiday planning that extra spark of fun with heaps of extra value in every single deal. Great to have you with us. I'm Derek.
And I'm Jo. Good to see you, and I hope you're ready for some new fun times with Carnival, because that's exactly what we're planning together in this show. And we're heading to Asia. Now, Carnival is great fun that the whole family will love and enjoy. And here at CruiseAway, we do all the arranging for you, leaving you with nothing but the pure pleasure of enjoying the getaway.
Thank you very much. Yes, that's right. That's what we do. We're going to be heading on this show on board Carnival's mighty Luminosa for a mega cruise journey that takes you from the wilds of Alaska right the way through to an exploration of iconic destinations around Japan, cramming in 2 amazing city breaks in San Francisco and in Tokyo. That is going to be one heck of a deal.
Yeah.
We'll also be on board the Carnival Adventure to journey Thailand and Vietnam for February in 2027. Looking forward with low deposits, and slightly earlier in January, we can now enjoy coastal cities and exotic isles on the Carnival Adventure over 21 gorgeous nights cruising right out of Sydney, which is great. Now, a lot of you know Carnival Adventure, but not necessarily as Carnival Adventure. Of course, at the moment, she's Pacific Adventure, merging in to the Carnival fleet in the next few months, and that is adding lots and lots of fun features. If you've ever cruised with Carnival before, you will know that it's a really, really good time, that it's a really lively time on board with a really kind of, it's like a cruise with an infectious smile that just kind of gets everyone, doesn't it?
Well, they're known as the fun ships for a reason, and it's that fun carnival atmosphere, that Mardi Gras atmosphere, that Moomba atmosphere. You know, it's not just going to be about the contrived fun, but it's about the good, you know, belly laughed fun. You know, it's that kind of thing, and there's loads of incredible events happening. You've got the Carnival Fun Squad, which are responsible on board for, of course, your cruise director and team, all the fun, you know, nights that you'll enjoy, such as the White Hot Night, 80s rock and glow party, silent discos, elegant night, that kind of thing. We're going to be talking about a lot of the favourites, again, you may have enjoyed on this vessel before, such as the Adventure Park with zip lining, climbing, other fun challenges. You've got twin racer water slides as well. So if this is going to be a family cruise, it's perfect because you've got loads of things to tickle everybody's fancy. If you're, you know, traveling with family that are into well-being and health and wellness, you've got your, you know, fitness classes to enjoy, as you see right there, the gym. There's lots of reading nooks for anyone that doesn't like all the parties. You know, you don't have to be about joining in with all of the activities. It can just be a complete contrast, and you can just be up in the spa every day for fabulous treatment.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
You know, if you've traveled before as well as Pacific Adventure, everything is there. Nothing is changing in terms of the restaurants as well. So if you love Luke Mangan's restaurant, then it's there. All of the restaurants still the same. The main dining is still in the waterfront. You've got Angelo's included. Remember, with the med dishes, Dragon Lady is there and still included as well. So all of your favourites are still there. It's just being given that wonderful flair that is a Carnival cruise. You're going to love this. And of course, we're setting sail out of Sydney.
Yeah, and we're heading to Airlie Beach first, of course, heart of the reef, where you can head to the Whitehaven Beach. The lagoon there is gorgeous, or maybe treat yourself to a helicopter or seaplane flight to really see the Great Barrier Reef in its glory. Amazing. We're up into Darwin next, of course, the top end, where you can head out and see spectacular jumping crocodiles on the Adelaide River cruise, or maybe head to Kakadu for a wilderness escape and spot one of the Aussie Big Five. Do you know what they are? We'll get back to that later. Then we have Benoit, which is the port for Bali, where you can go and see the cheeky monkeys in the Ubud monkey forest, or maybe go and shop for some gorgeous silver jewellery in the silversmithing workshop. Speak to your team about arranging tours for those things. Lombok is next, which is a real hidden gem in the Indonesian archipelago. Many say it's like Bali 30 years ago. It's known for its gorgeous Mount Rinjani volcano, lovely waterfalls, and a superb beaches. Next up, we're into Singapore. We're going to disembark and enjoy 2 nights in a hotel in Singapore. Now, Singapore is known for, a lot of famous things such as Raffles Hotel and Singapore Sling, Gardens by the Bay, the Merlion as well. You've got to go and see that. But there's also lots of off the beaten track things to enjoy, such as the Southern Ridges Trail, the McRitchie Reservoir, Lazarus Island. Then guess what? We're going back to the Island of the Gods, to Bali, for a proper mini break. We're going to have 5 nights, well, not really even a mini break, more of a maxi break, 5 nights. So enough time to just maybe be horizontal on the beach or head out to the beautiful Gili Islands, Gili Trawangan, Gili Air, very easily reachable by ferry from Seminyak. Seminyak's the famous destination where you can shop in the lovely markets and enjoy the resorts there as well, with day passes, but of course you have your hotel included in this adventure. Also the temples, they're incredible. Uluwatu at sunset, where you can watch the incredible folklore show and see the monkeys here, there and everywhere. I mean, that's an experience for sure. Incredible. Oh, and the food. Who could forget the incredible options on offer in Indonesia? So here's your overview of your fantastic adventure.
Gorgeous, isn't it? Do you know, I would love to be in Bali right now and just have that opportunity. You've had an amazing cruise there. You've had a nice stay in Singapore, and then the time in Bali, well, it'd be just lovely to just, kind of have that at your own pace. Take long, late, leisurely walks along the beach, see how Bali changes from day to night, chill out, relax, enjoy all the local dining, just really do everything at your own pace. It's amazing. Of course, and very reluctantly, we'll fly you back to Sydney at the very end of all that. But you know what? As soon as you get back, if not while you're on this holiday, you'll be planning the next one and booking the next one, and we'll be here waiting for you to do the planning for you as well. Talking of planning, of course, this is a big adventure and we're planning all the way into 2027, so plenty of time to sort out what you want to do along the way. You could use a low deposit today to secure the price I'm about to give you, which, remember, sails you out of Sydney on the Carnival adventure for 2 weeks. 14 nights, heading up to Airlie Beach and to Darwin, across to Bali and Lombok, and then finishing in Singapore, enjoying fabulous fun cruising from Carnival, full of personality, lots of inclusions when you're on board as well. When we end the cruise, we've included a 2-night hotel stay in Singapore for you, before we then fly you back to Bali to be horizontal and relaxed for 5 nights there on a wonderful hotel break before we fly you back to Sydney. Do you want to guess the price? A lot of people do this with our show. They guess the price. Try and guess the price, because you will have guessed too high. Let me show you. And remember, it's a low deposit today to lock in this price here. It's ridiculous for what you're getting. I mean, first of all, that price for 3 weeks of any holiday. If you were just like traveling interstate right now across the country and staying somewhere for 3 weeks, that'd be a great price, right? But this is getting you far from your own doorstep, but also cruising around our own shores as well. But with a nice mixture of travel. You've got the fabulous cruise, you've got the stay in Singapore, so a bustling city stay, and then your 5 nights in Bali doing exactly what you want to, getting away from it all, getting away from the everyday, having a real break. And you can book this today with a low deposit. It's going to be busy on the phone lines, I know that. You call us toll free, remember, so that's not costing you a cent. 1300 411 954. And of course, if you want to tailor the stays that we've got in this, you can, as much as you want to. But just get this price locked in right now, because this is for 2027. Who knows what will happen to this price by now, from now on, right the way through until you actually go. Let's say we're talking about this next November. Will the price still be there? I doubt it. So lock it in today with that low deposit. Here's the overview of the offer and your upgrades if you want to treat yourself up to an ocean view, a balcony, or maybe a suite, because the price is so good to start with. You kind of think, well, why not? Let's, pardon the pun, but let's push the boat out a little bit. Why not? It's a 2-week cruise, remember? So those prices for upgrading are really, really good. But the holiday as it is absolutely phenomenal. It really is. So call us now, 1300 411 954. This is why the CruiseAway show is absolutely compelling watching. every single day. Come back and see what we're doing, because there's lots and lots of new ideas coming all of the time.
Yeah.
Something else I want you to do as well is go to our website, cruiseaway.com.au. Real quick, after the show, go to the bottom of the website, fill in your email address there, and we can let you know every day of the latest deals, the latest upgrades, the latest money off, the latest savings. Do that straight after the show.
Yeah, keep your finger on the pulse and make sure you lock in those deals for sure. Carnival cruising is all about having a good time. A massive variety of food for everyone's tastes, lots of fun activities and tons of entertainment as well. Now, you'll never be short of laughs and good times, and we're back on Carnival Adventure for our next 12-night Dream Away, this time for February in 2027. And we are taking an Asian adventure. Now, we're going to fly you first over to Singapore to enjoy a city break stay for 2 nights in a hotel here.
Lovely.
Lovely place to start your adventure, I always say. You know, heading into Indonesia, of course, Malaysia, is you're looking at a tropical island in Singapore, so it's got that beautiful temperate weather all year round. It's incredible. There's lots of incredible temples to visit as well, if you want to explore the culture, and lots of fresh and modern things to do, such as shopping and such as, great hotels. Then it's time to cruise on board the Carnival Adventure, and we're on board for 9 nights. As we talked about before, this is retaining a lot of the charm, of course, of the Pacific Adventure, but with Carnival's unique twist as well. So you're going to have a lot of your favourite places to visit already, your restaurants that you have come to enjoy. But also, there's a quintessential Carnival vibe that's going to be present. And it's all about the fun and entertainment that we talked about. But Carnival are brilliant at entertaining you. And I'm not just talking about the stage shows, which are very Vegas-like, but you've got things like stand-up comics. You've got lots of guest acts, that are brought on board specifically for these voyages as well. And then it's the day-to-day activities with the Carnival Fun Squad, from evening events, and they really make an event of it, like 80s night, 90s night, white hot party. But during the day, quizzes, bingo, challenges up on deck. They've always got lots of fun, exciting things happening, water aerobics, you name it. It's going to be going on if you want it to be going on for you. And if you don't, there's also that contrast of something a little bit, you've got pools up on deck that you can play with the family too, the water slides. But you can enjoy the tranquility of the spa, or just escape on a deck chair somewhere and just do what makes you happy when you're on holiday.
It's brilliant. I mean, the heart and soul of this ship, we're seeing it as she is right now, as Pacific Adventure. What will change, obviously, is the Carnival name, and also some of the decor as well, because Carnival have this very, very distinctive, you see on the left-hand side where the logo is there, the red and blue. The red and blue you will see everywhere, and also they'll change some of the themings in some of the spaces as well, in terms of the colour and the vibe and the feel.
Yeah.
But essentially, all of the restaurants, same names, same spaces. The theatre, the marquee, still the same. Absolutely brilliant shows. The shopping will change slightly as well. You'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. It'll be like a new discovery on a ship that you already know. It's just like going back to see an old friend all over again. Oh, yeah. So let's do 9 nights out of Singapore.
Yes, indeed. And Koh Samui is our first stop, and what a stop it is. Beautiful Koh Samui in the archipelagos of Thailand. Hiking, shopping. You can go and see wildlife. You can go and visit the elephant sanctuaries there, head out to the marine park. Then it's Bangkok, of course, the capital of Thailand, for the Grand Palace. Or perhaps you're going to cruise the Chao Phraya River whilst you're there. It's also very well known for shopping, Bangkok. The malls are superb. You've got to have a Thai massage when you're there, though. They are the best and very affordable. Next up, we're into Cambodia, and this is the premier seaside resort, Sihanoukville. So you'll get to see some lovely beaches should you want to, or maybe it's temple gazing. You're going to go and see some of these incredible structures and take lots of pictures. Ho Chi Minh's next on the list. Beautiful Vietnam, known for all the history. Of course, it was once known as Saigon. You've got the Cu Chi tunnels, the Mekong Delta right there. You've got to go and have a selfie in the famous Saigon post office whilst you're there too, for sure. We are then arriving back, of course, into Singapore, where we'll fly you back home to Australia after this wonderful Asian adventure.
Yeah, love it. Very, very nice. Nice variety of travel here as well. Nice to spend some time in Singapore because, you know, as a lot of you guys know as well, often Singapore is a layover at the airport for a few hours, isn't it? Killing time while you're waiting for the next flight. So it's quite nice to spend some time there, actually, isn't it? It's a bustling city. There's lots to do. You can go back 100 times and do 100 different things. And I love the feeling that this is maybe being a little bit braver with your travel as well. You know, just going that little bit further. We're looking into 2027 as well. So maybe you've not cruised before. Maybe there's someone in the room with you right now, or someone that's not in the house with you right now who kind of needs talking into. You really want to do a cruise. You know it's great fun. You've spoken to other people in your life that have done it, and you really, really want to do it. Well, actually, this is far enough away that you've kind of got time. You know, you could lock it in today with your deposit and then spend that time, you know, having a word with whoever it is. Maybe it's other members of the family. Maybe you and your other half and your kids, or maybe your mum and dad, they love cruising already. It's other members of the family that you're like, come on, you'll love it. Maybe they need just that little word in their ear. Maybe they need to see the ship. Maybe they need to see this show as well to see how good it is. And we're about to lock in a fantastic price today with a low deposit. So we're really maxing out the value for you. So this is 12 nights. As I say, this is February in 2027. So you've got a good couple of years to talk the family into it. Included in the price I'm about to give you is return flights to and from Singapore, from Sydney, a 2-night hotel stay there, and then you've got 9 nights of your fun cruising on Carnival Adventure. Now, a lot of you will know Carnival Adventure. She's Pacific Adventure right now, moving into Carnival in the next couple of months. So you may have already been on board. She's going to be great. They've got fabulous activities for you on board. There's games, there's food, there's entertainment, there's always a party going on. It's a really vibrant, colourful ship as well, and it will be changing as it goes through its carnivalisation process. Cruising through Thailand, Cambodia and Vietnam, exploring the sights and sounds of what really is a bucket list region to go and explore and cruise. And your price tag, which you could lock in today with a low deposit, is here. Now look at that price tag and think about everything that we've just talked about being included there. The flights to and from Singapore from Sydney, 2 nights there in a hotel, 9 nights of full board cruising, so much dining included, 24 hours a day. You want to eat, it's there, it's included. You've got fun activities, you've got the pools to go and enjoy. That's quite aside the destinations that you're going to. And remember, the fun team on board will have lots of ideas. So if you're thinking, well, I've never been to any of the places on the itinerary before, maybe I've never been to Bangkok before, there are fun excursions that you can treat yourself to and book up, and then you can go and tour 2 or 3 of the highlights in one day and go and do that. Again, with this one, you could tailor the stay if you wanted to. So maybe you want to add more nights in Singapore before you cruise. Not a problem whatsoever. Our team can do that. We've been doing this for over 25 years, planning people's holidays so that all you need to do is book it and then go and have the holiday and enjoy it. No other hassle. It could not be easier. Here's an overview of the offer. So everything you've got included there. 9 nights of cruising on Carnival Adventure, 2-night hotel stay in Singapore, return flights from Sydney over to Singapore, and you can book this today. It's not happening for the best part of 2 years, but you can put a low deposit on it today and lock in our price on screen, which is pretty amazing if you think about it. That's kind of us taking all of the risk, really, if you think about it. There are plenty of ways to pay as well. There are flexible ways to pay. Your due date for payment is usually 3 or 4 months before you go away. So you've got lots of budgeting time as well, which, you know, right now is a great thing, isn't it? You can work out month by month, but you can still know that your big holiday plans, they're still happening. Brilliant. Get involved now. 1300 411 954. I don't know about you, but it just feels like it's holiday planning time. It's time to get some plans laid down.
Yeah, exactly. And the time to do it, to lock in those incredible deals is right now.
Yes.
So more Carnival cruising fun now as we cruise from San Francisco to Tokyo via Alaska for a 23-night dream away starting on the 18th of September next year. Flying first from Sydney over to incredible San Francisco in the States, and you'll be staying here for a relaxing 2-night stay first. Now we're just edging into fall here in San Francisco, sort of end of summer. It's actually a beautiful time to visit the west coast of the US. It's incredible, and San Fran is an iconic city, of course, known for the trams, the movie sets, Pier 88, the Golden Gate, Union Square. Then it's time to cruise the Carnival Luminosa. Now you're going to be on board for 19 nights, so over 2 weeks, which is a brilliant amount of time to forget all your worries and you just drink in the Carnival experience and sail to some incredible destinations. Now Derek was touching on excursions before. I mean, it's brilliant the amount you can fit into one day. You wouldn't actually even realize how much you can fit into one day. And the team on board will do a presentation in advance of you reaching the port, so you can book up and choose the perfect excursion for you, whether that's 1 or 2 excursions or just a half day, and it'll enable you to maximize your time and your money in the ports of call and see everything that is on your list to visit. So that's an important part of cruising that's kind of almost taken care of even before you set foot off the ship. And I love that, because not only are you enjoying the journey as you go on board a cruise ship, if you're new to cruising, this is a whole new way to travel, because you're utilizing the journey to plan for the ports. So you're not just getting somewhere and thinking, oh, am I just going to wander around, and which of course you can do if you want to, but it'll enable you to see all the best things, because these people have been there and seen it, and they're wearing the t-shirt, and they are able to advise you in the very best way. And
you're going to love it.
The team on board are exceptional, I have to say, with the fun ships. The fun's infectious in the very right way. You might even get to see a cruise show. So this is an event where they get a lot of the crew members to perform and do some traditional dances from their countries, or jokes, entertainment. It's really great to get to know the people on board that are enjoying the lifestyle of working at sea as well.
In essence, it's a true holiday, a real holiday, because it gets you away from everything. Your everyday, the worries of the world just disappear for the next 19 nights out of San Francisco.
Yes, we're heading over first to fabulous Ketchikan, Alaska, where you've got to head down Creek Street and see some of the incredible iconic historical buildings. You're going to be there most likely during the salmon run as well. So you might see the salmon furiously swimming through the streams of Ketchikan. Then Icy Strait Point awaits for an incredible zipline adventure. You might want to go and see some wildlife, the beautiful brown bear sanctuary. There's also kayaking where you might get to see bald eagles and vultures and things on your way, like I did. Incredible. Then we are scenic cruising around Hubbard Glacier National Park. You might get to see the glaciers carve, which is quite honestly an earth-shattering experience. It's incredible to watch this nature at work. Otaru in Japan awaits us next, as we're of course crossing over to a different fabulous country, and you have a really lovely atmospheric town with a romantic canal to visit. Maybe you can head to the whiskey distillery on an excursion whilst you're there. Next up, it's Amori. This is abundant in nature. They're known for their apple production, their blossoms, and the Nabuta Festival, but moving into autumn, you're going to see some beautiful scenes in the very manicured gardens of Japan as well. Lovely botanical gardens. Shimizu's next, and that is the port for Mount Fuji, which is an iconic site. I mean, even just to snap a picture from the minibus, if you're doing like a best of highlights excursion, will just feel amazing, won't it? And the Castle Park is great to visit. And then we're into Kobe, known for its beef. I think you've got to try a steak there. You've got to say you've done it, right? But maybe you're going to head to a sake brewery or enjoy the traditional tea experience, which again you can book on board with the team. So speak to them about that. There's a nice ropeway to visit there too. Now we're disembarking in the port for Tokyo for a 2-night hotel stay, and Tokyo is a dizzying contrast of modern meets traditional. You're going to get to explore and enjoy some incredible museums, see some lovely sights, some shrines, but then there's these dizzying lights of the Shibuya crossing where 3,000 people cross at once. There's lots of quirky cafes like Cat Cafe, Vampire Cafe, Robot Cafe. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen in Japan, let's face it. And here's an overview of your amazing adventure.
And it looks fantastic, isn't it? But I can hear a lot of you saying, OK, love the look of this, flying over to San Francisco, having a couple of nights there, cruising Alaska and Japan in one, staying in Tokyo and then flying back to Sydney. But I don't have $20,000 each to throw at it. Because that's what you think, isn't it? You look at an itinerary like this and you think, right, OK, this is a big one, isn't it? This is a massive one, because these are two massive cruising adventures, either doing Alaska on its own or doing Japan on its own, both of which are epic endeavours. So doing two in one package seems like something which, yes, very appealing, but it's going to come with a massive price tag, right? Tens of thousands of dollars. No, this is for September next year. So we fly you from Sydney to San Francisco, 2 nights in a hotel there included, 19 nights of cruising on Carnival Luminosa. She's great. Great times on board, cruising both Alaska and across to Japan. It's a 19-night cruise. And then when you finish, you have a 2-night hotel stay in Tokyo and the flight back to Sydney included. Not for $20,000 each. Has that surprised you? Because I looked at it and just thought, how on earth? What haven't you told me, Derek? What are you missing out? Must be something. Flights are included, the hotel stays are included, the cruise is included. That's all you need, right? $5,399 per person. You can book that with a deposit today. I'd move quickly as well if I was you. Here's an overview of the offer. It is $5,399 per person. Seriously. Listen, don't take my word for it. Call the number, talk to our team. They'll tell you. It's subject to availability, of course. Once all of the cabins are filled up on the ship, that's it, deal's over. But you know what? We're planning this far enough ahead that we can get you in with a deposit today, and you can lock in that price tag today. Aren't you surprised it's not at least double that price tag? I mean, an Alaska itinerary on its own, with a couple of nights stay in Seattle or Vancouver, that could be this alone, right? A Japan itinerary with flights to and from Tokyo and a couple of nights in a hotel in Tokyo, that could be this price alone as well, right? Putting the two itineraries together, having a stay in San Francisco before you do the 19-night cruise, which does Alaska and Japan, and then having 2 nights in Tokyo as well, which you can tailor as well, by the way. You could easily stay longer in either San Francisco or Tokyo. If that's the base price, talk to the team about, you know, playing around with it, having longer in San Francisco, having longer in Tokyo, having longer in both. Why not? Call us now, though. Do not sit on this. Do not sit on this. If you like the idea, you're watching it now, a good time to grasp the deal is now, because you can do it with a low deposit.
Yeah.
$5,399.
That is unbelievable for the scope of places you'll get to visit.
I had to have the team check and double check. Like, you're right, I'm not going on the TV and saying that price if it's not right. Check it.
Unbelievable.
And they've checked and double checked. That is the price.
Yeah.
If you're quick and take advantage.
Oh, absolutely. That's going to sell out very fast. I can smell it.
Absolutely.
Really.
Listen, we're out of here as well, so it's time for you to dial and get that booked right now, and come back and see us again as we cruise away once more again soon.
And how you go.